and we've got the engine back on here now. What you wouldn't have seen is I took it off and we ran it for a day, it was fine, then it did the same thing, it wouldn't start again, so took it in, bought some new plugs for it, put them in, and I've just adjusted the mixer, given it a bit more air, because I think it's choking itself, or not choking itself, but it's getting too much fuel, blackening the plug, because even after I've tightened down the fuel quarter of a turn, it still runs fine, so I might have to make a couple more adjustments, we'll see, but it seems to be running all right at the moment. And the car's fixed as well, so apparently they had to drop the gearbox to be able to get at the freeze plug, but it's done now, so we're back on the road. And one thing we didn't mention as well was the phone was knackered and it was doing all sorts of weird stuff. It was just dialing people for fun, sending rude messages to people and all sorts. So if you got one of those, it was the phone, wasn't us, honestly. Well, we've come back out on the boat. We don't tend to do a lot today because we're not really catching much, to be honest. We've been fishing for the last week or so, and I mean, there's just no fish, simple as that. We just blanked a couple of times, it's been that bad. No mackerel, no pollock, no bass, nothing. We basically had, well, bass we've had 7 so far this year, and mackerel had a little flush about a week or so ago, and that was it. That's almost like that's the season. So, it's not looking great. Pot's gone a bit quiet as well. We are catching, but we thought we'd come down and have a play anyway. And also, yesterday, the GPS packed up. So now I took it in, and it looks like it's the same problem that they all have eventually after a few years, is this card slot that they put in for extra maps. Even though it's been sealed, never opened, it eventually gets moisture in, or the air gets in it, and it rots the little card pins. The same thing happened to the Lawrence side, although that happened within about 2 years or 18 months. It was pretty much dead. I took that one apart, which I had to cut open because it didn't have screws, and the card thing was actually welded onto or soldered onto the main board, so couldn't do anything about that one because it had rotted the board. This one, however, you can open it, it's got screws in it. So I've opened it, and the actual card slot is only attached by a little ribbon cable. So I've detached the ribbon cable, and we're going to put it in and see if it works. Now, I don't know if it's going to work, but I thought if I detach that and it doesn't need it, which it doesn't because it's already got maps in it, we'll find out if it works or not. But it's a little trick if you get that card slot on these ones breaking anyway. I mean, some you'll be able to do it, but others, like I said, the Lawrence one, I know it was soldered. Years ago, it was always the pins that would go rotten, but now it's those card slots that they put in. They make a sealed unit, but then they have to have an opening for a card slot to sell you extra maps, or a map. Ta-da! Let's see if it actually works though. There you go, it's come on. I'm going to wait till it actually comes to the main screen just to make sure that it is actually working. Okay, it's got that far. Select. And select. So there you go. That's how you fix your fish finder if your card slot rots. As long as it's only attached by a ribbon cable, you can fix it just by detaching the ribbon cable if you open it up carefully. The only thing you've got to watch, you could probably do it on the other boards, but you'd have to clean up the terminals. But like I say, the Lawrence one I had, the terminals had rotted, but it had rotted into the board, so it causes a short basically, because the pins are so thin that it doesn't take much to finish them off. Anyway, that's just saved myself a few £100 of buying a new unit, temporarily anyway. I might get update at some point because that one is getting quite old. So, Trojs Fishing hat. But like
it looks so much cleaner as well.
Yeah, just pulling that little ribbon cable off, and look at that.
Yeah, I know, brilliant.
Just shows, but that's good that they've got it on a ribbon cable, because otherwise your whole unit's gone just for a card slot, which I never use anyway. I mean, you might use them on yachts and things if you're traveling around the world, but this came preloaded with the maps for the UK area anyway. So, right, let's get going. We'll go and play around a bit. We'll pull a few parts. We might fish a little bit. It's all sort of, we'll kind of make it up as we go. a bit, and it just suddenly shows that you go a boat length too far over, and you end up going up rock again. Get it in there. There's a reef on our left as well, though that one should be on the reef on the right. But on the right, it's quite big. We're only seeing a bit of it at the moment. Very good. Remembering it, I need to get over just about this time. There we go, it's kind of, you see it how deep it is off here? It's kind of down there. So we put this pot in a couple of days ago, and it's a little area. I've had lobster before, but it's a tricky little area to get your pot in. You've got to get it just right. You get it just right, you get some nice lobsters. You get it wrong, you get nothing. Although I have had a very big shanker in here once, but you won't get it in this pot. Not unless it's cut the neck out. Just got to watch the rock, because there's a rock here, and it's a boat eating rock. Depth looks quite good where it is, so we might be on it. I'm going to find out very soon. Oh no, it's coming up, maybe not. Next pot might be the one that does the biz, we'll see. Little one. A little one in there. A little one to start. There you go. Then it pays off. You get it in the right spot. And that was the right spot.
Certainly was. Look at that lot.
Got 3 lobsters in there. That one's definitely big enough.
I think they might all be actually.
Right, we'll have a look in a sec. I just got to keep an eye on these rocks, because it's a minefield underneath us. Right.
That's number 1 contender.
It's dodgy, I think, that one.
I think that's going to be
That's under.
the benefit
Yeah,
of the doubt. That
we'll let that one go.
2.
Possibly that one. Possibly.
Yep,
Yep, that's in. Yep, that's one. Yeah, lovely. Eh? Oh, it's just a can.
And this one.
And this one.
I
That
won't
one.
be measuring.
You won't be measuring that one. No, that's a male. That big old male. Yep.
Get it with the other hand.
Yeah, you get a better clear view of it. Lovely that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Cracker for the morning. Okay, well that worked out all right then. My plan worked.
Nice heavy one, that.
So 2 lobsters in our little spot. When, to be honest, we dropped a bit high with the water, and it's very hard to see this position when the water's too high. So we were lucky to get on it with one of the pots anyway. Right, let's try and get these pots set back again. Here it comes. You see it? Got it. Ooh, looks quite dark. It's dark. Got a couple in there. I don't know if they'll make size though. I'll find them out in a second. That one's size. This one probably under. Yeah, just about under, I'd say. that sounds big.
Wow.
That is big.
Oh my goodness.
Get that one out before they start.
Monster. Quick.
Chuck that little one out quick.
Get that one out. That's
Yeah.
not a huge one.
That's the plat pot, by the way.
Look at that. Wow.
Let me get it out of the sun, because...
Cool.
Oh, hold on. Let me just turn the boat around, make life easy.
She's been around a while, I'd say.
Look at that beauty.
Yeah.
Absolute cracker.
Isn't it? Oh.
Stonking great lobster, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, perfect. Right.
Beauty. Absolute beauty.
Right, let's get these baited and back down. I keep saying about moving these. Staying here again. Handfish here, but I want to drop to the bottom. Well, we started fishing and Rebecca hooked something. We went right out deep, but we didn't catch anything. Then we came in a little bit closer. We're about 160 feet now, 150 feet. We got something off the bottom. You got bait on that? Big mackerel. On the bottom. That's a bad one.
That'll do nicely.
Yeah. The only thing is when the mackerel go to the bottom and split out like that normally means the shoals are finished and it's like into the season where they scatter in little groups all around the floor, the seabed. There's fish in the sea. Moment it is, yeah. Well, we're just lifting the little double set. We thought, while we're doing the ones in the bay, we just about do them all. Then we don't have to bother with them tomorrow, probably. But these are definitely on a bit of weed, he says. Because maybe I was mistaken, and maybe this is the pot with the 3 pounder in it.
Oh, maybe. It's easy to get confused.
Oh, it is, yeah, definitely.
Very.
Definitely. You know, strong sunlight and all that, easy to get confused. You see here. Nope. But can the last pot save the day? Dun, dun, dun. Be full of mackerel. Save!
Yeah, absolutely packed full with 50 mackerel.
I'm not expecting that much from these, to be honest. I mean, we've done this area a few times and we've had salmon. It's very hard to get it to land right where you want it. It's almost here. And it's here.
And there's one in there saving the day.
There you go. See? 2. Oh.
I'll put that up there so that you can get a bird's eye view.
There you go.
That's these lovely pots. Ideal for
There you
catching that
go.
sort of thing.
Another one just there.
Look at them.
I wasn't far off
Wow.
though. Final pot. Last pot saves the day again. I'm glad I decided to stop for these.
Definitely.
Watch it, its tail's caught here.
Extracting it. Look at it. It can't come out.
Well, it's amazing it gets in, with those necks. You need to. You've trouble is he's got the bag now.
Let me take the camera. at that.
Nice lobster. Now that's a lovely pair.